Well, hi everyone. This is Sarah Clark with the Ablr team. I'm so excited to be here today for another NDEAM content spotlight. And we're joined today by our partners and friends, Virginia from District C. Virginia, would you mind introducing yourself and talking a bit about District C?
Yeah, of course. Hey, I am Virginia Pittler. I am the Director of Operations at District C, and we are an organization that is doing our best to prepare for the future of work. So we work a lot with students and how they're going to develop their skills for the future of work. And we know that it's changing a lot, so it comes with some really specific skills that we work to instill in students, and then also their teachers to help them develop their young people into students that can be successful. I've
That's
been with District C for just under 2 years now, and work primarily with our programs and developing what our programs look like and how they run and supporting those logistics. So it's been great.
awesome. That's so awesome. Thank you for shedding a little light on that. And would you mind talking a bit about, we just had pitch day with the Abler Teamship program that was part of our partnership with y'all. Would you mind talking a bit about the Teamship program and what it means, what its purpose is, and what pitch day is?
Yes. So the flagship program that District C runs is called Teamship, like you mentioned. And Teamship is an opportunity for teams of students. So that's one part of the word, team. And another part is internship. So teams working with a real business partner that has presented them with an authentic problem that they're currently facing. So no hypotheticals, like no case studies. This is a real problem that a company is facing, and they present it to our students. Our students work in teams of 3 or 4, typically. Sometimes we have teams of 2 or 5. We make it work. But they work together as a team to come up with a solution to that problem. And what the teamship aspect of that looks like is that we have certified coaches that are trained in the District C philosophy and tools to help coach these students through the design thinking that comes with good problem solving. So rather than just typing it into Chat GPT or just thinking of the best thing that comes top of mind and putting together a PowerPoint presentation, we make students step back, think, talk, and collaborate with their teammates, and really dig into the motivation behind the problem, the potential directions that solving that problem could go in, and go through like a very specific process to work together to come to a solution. And so pitch day is that solution. It's really cool because if we're lucky, we have multiple teams that are working on the same problem with the same business partner. And even though they follow the same kind of path and use the same tools, they often go in different directions. And we
Mhm.
saw that during our Abler teamship. We
Right.
had 2 different teams, same problem presented to them, and they took it in different directions. And so that pitch day is really cool. It is actually the third business partner meeting. So even though Sarah, you were only there for our pitch day, but that's
Mhm.
the third time these students have met with their business partner. The first is like a launch interview, getting to know each other. The second is midway through the program to see, if they're on the right track, kind of test out some of their different thinking, and then that pitch event. And they get about 10 minutes to pitch their solution, give them their best drive at what they think the solution to the problem is. One group for the Abler teamship used a slide presentation. One group didn't, and instead like sent a proposal of how to create this like project management. Um, Presented it to the business partners. And then my favorite part is actually that each team gets about a 15-minute Q&A workshop with their business partner following that pitch. So, like, why did you come up with this solution and how did you get here? And, what do we do first and who's involved? And so they really actually get to dig into what this solution is and workshop it so that it can provide real value to the business partner and that they can walk away with something they can use and bring to their team. Um, So our teams this time around were for Ablr teamship were made up of students from North Carolina, both that were sighted or had blind and visual impairments. And so each team had a mixture of that, which was really awesome the way that different perspectives were brought together and that different ideas were presented in different ways.
Awesome. Yeah, it was so much fun to watch the students during pitch day. That's always just such a highlight, and a privilege to see how much they grow throughout the program. So thank you for sharing that. And to close off this interview today, I wanted to ask what y'all kind of see the future of District C taking y'all, what kind of the vision is, and how NDEAM or the mission of inclusion and furthering accessibility, how that kind of fits into it.
Such a good question. District C is in a period of growth right now. And so we're really excited about the opportunities that we have as an organization to impact more students, more school districts, more educators in the way that they approach students. And I think our real goal is, like we said, like help prepare students for the workforce and recognizing that it's a changing landscape. So what they need in at this stage of their life is these human skills. Like, how do I interact with others? How do I leverage the perspective of someone that lives in a different place or sees the world differently than I do? And how do I see that as a strength? How do I step back and listen if I'm someone that talks too much? How do I step up and use my voice when I'm someone that's less, willing to do so? And so we're trying to provide students with more opportunities to do that across the country. And we're trying to provide more educators with the resources they need to allow their students to do that. And one of the biggest things like that we do, and I think that we do really well, um, is this idea of leveraging diverse perspectives, right?
Mhm.
Like it doesn't make sense. Like if it's going to be me and three others of me, then like why would I work in a team? I can
Right.
do that project myself. It's like if we're going to get good, deep thinking, it has to come from a variety of life experiences, people that have different hobbies, people that have different backgrounds, whether it's educationally or personally. And one of those things is a level of like disability inclusion as well. And so like, great, what a good idea, but what if someone is blind? Like, I can't see your presentation. So now we need to leverage my perspective
Mhm.
so that somebody else can see it. And so I'm really excited about our partnership with Ablr because it's just something that's hard to do unless you're actually doing it. You don't know what you don't know. And so having a partnership with Ablr where it's just like such wonderful people that are also striving to prepare people for the workforce and also the workforce to prepare for different types of people. Um, I just think we see the value of that diverse perspective so much stronger and recognize the value it contributes not just to our own teams, but also to like the larger communities that we're a part of.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much, Virginia. Yeah, we so value your relationship and your partnership. I know I've learned so much from y'all, and I'm sure the rest of my team has as well. And of course, the students involved in the teamship project. Um, but this is fantastic, and we're so excited to continue this partnership. And thank you so much for joining me for this quick content piece to help spotlight NDEAM and share a bit about why it's important, and what the impact of it is. So thank you so much for joining me, Virginia.
Yeah, thanks for having me.